Welcome, my dear students. This is another chapter about the human resource management and the why human resource management exists and what's the functions of the human resource management and what is doing for the organization and how it helped the organization. Um, and its function is very important or no? That's what we will come to know now. Uh, Can we imagine any organization without human resource? That's what we will see. So the human resource management, like you see here, the first, it's having many jobs and responsibilities. It's attracting a quality workforce. Like when we need people to work, that's through the human resource management. Developing quality workforce, the people who are working already, it develop them. It develop them means like it give them, it lets them work, train them, make them very high qualified, like they will be very high qualified. The third thing is maintaining quality workforce. And this is another point. It means what? It means that always keep them on updated in training, um, by giving them balanced compensations, benefits, employee retention, and turnover, and all this. Also, those are the way you will keep them always quality, maintaining a quality workforce. Then uh, there is the strategic human resource management, mobilizes human capital through the human resource management process to best implement organizational strategies. So we have also things about the legal environment which we work in and which the HR are working in. So what are those things like? What are those things? Those are like the discrimination in employment. This is things belong to the human resource management job. So what's the meaning of discrimination? It happened like if someone is denied a job or a job assignment for reasons that are not job relevant. By other meaning, discrimination is having, it takes many figures and takes many forms. Like as example, if you are working for someone and he just you didn't find it fair equity, he is treating you not like the other people. This is a kind of discrimination. Employment equity, the right to employment without regard to race. That's right. Color, national origin, religion, and gender, age, sexual orientation. Okay. Now, we have current legal issues in the human resource management. Nowadays, it's more than what was before. It's like, as example, the sexual harassment, the equal pay and compensation, like the pregnancy discrimination. Um, like we prefer, as example, some people prefer to let the ladies who are pregnant not to work, and they favor men instead. Legal status, independence contractors, and work privacy. What are the major stops? This is the most important part of this chapter. What are the major steps or the major functions of the human resource management? What are they? The major functions, the major jobs of the human resource HR in any organization. First of all, is is planning process. Planning process will tell me where I am, where I want to go, how I will go there. So it gives me an answer for those three questions. Where am I? Where I want to go? How I will go there? And this is very logic. So um, the first thing is in human resource management is human resource planning, which means I will identify the numbers of employees, the prospected numbers of employees, whom I will need in the near or in the far future, with the quantity and the quality. How many and what are the quality of them? Experience it. As example, I will need after for the next 4 years, I will need four engineers, IT engineers. The least is that they have experience of 10 years experience in their work. So this is a quantity, which is four, and quality, which is 10 years of experience. So they review the organization missions, the objectives and strategies. They assess the current needs. They forecast using the methods of forecasting. Then they implement a plan to recruit the needs of human resource. Here we go. This is the steps of human resource planning. The first of all, step one, review the needs, the mission, and the strategies of the organization. Second step is review the strategies of human resource. Third step, assess the current resources. So, how many people are there now, and how much, and what the qualification of them, and then we will go to step four, which say how many people we will need in the future. How many people we will need in the future. In step four here, how many person we need. So three is saying how many person I have now, and four is telling me how many person I will need in the future. Then fifth, develop an implementation plan or an implement plan, resource plan to match the people. So I will try to make the match between what I have now and what I want in the future. I will try to block the gap through planning. As example, I have now three engineers, IT engineers, but I need 10. I have three and I need 10. So they're supposed to be 10. So I need 7 because 10 minus 3 will give me 7. So I will plan now to recruit 7 engineers, IT engineers. Okay? Through the recruiting and selection, training and development, and the compensation and benefits and labor management relationship. That's what I will do to implement this plan. One of the most important jobs for the human resource is job analysis. So, what do we mean by the job analysis? Let us see what is the job analysis. So, the first job of the organization is the of the human resource management is the job analysis. And what is the job analysis? The meaning of the job analysis: the orderly study of job facts to determine just what is done, when, where, how, why, and by whom is existing. It just you try to make a report about the job description or about the job details. Who will do it? What will be done? Where? When? So this we call it job analysis. So job analysis provides information for developing the job description. We have also job details, the duties, and the responsibilities. So the description will be a details, more details of the duties and the responsibilities. So I have to work 8 hours. In this 8 hours, I do like this, like that, like this, like that. Those are the things which is in the job description. Okay. Who's responsible about this? The human resource management is responsible about this work. Job specification lists the qualification required for a job. The specification will say IT computer, information technology computer engineer, must have 3 years of experience. Okay. Must be aware of blah, 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 blah. Must be very good with, compatible with blah, blah, blah. So all those descriptions regarding the job will be in the job specification. They are very close by each other, like specification, analysis, description, all comes like very close by each other. The most important job in the human resource, one of the most important things is the recruitment. Because if you recruit good people to work with you, so all the upcoming will be better. But if you recruit bad people who are poor performance or whatever, then the upcoming will be negative and the efficiency will be lower. So let's see what's the meaning of the recruitment. Recruitment activities designed to attract a qualified pool for a job applicants to an organizations. So by the recruitment, I will tell them, hey guys, come in. We are hiring. We are hiring. This is the meaning of it. Steps in the recruitment process. What are the steps? Advertisement of a job vacancy. We will make an advertisement. Uh, Usually, this advertise like some now in Canada, as example, we use Indeed here, or the local newspaper or whatever. Those are all used. So this is kind of a also preliminary contact with potential job candidates, initial screening to create a pool of qualified applicants. Actually, there are types of recruitment. We have external recruitment and internal recruitment. External recruitments from outside the organization, internal from inside the organization, just promoting them. So we have two kinds to recruit, two types of people, either or. Uh, External from outside of the organization, internal from inside the organization by promoting them. Every one of them is having advantage and disadvantage. When you get the external recruitment, it's very nice because you will bring new blood to your company. People might be having more experience, people might be having more knowledge, so that will be fine. But the internal recruitment, when you promote someone to this job from within the people who are working with you, then this may kind create more reality from this employee to work for you, and it's incentive in its own sake that you promoted him, you preferred him, you favored him, rather than bringing someone else, recruit someone from outside. So that will be better sometimes. But in the same time, the internal recruitment will prevent you from having people might have more skills and they are working outside. So if you recruit external, you will have the updated skilled workforce and you will have a variety of experience. So this sometimes might be better. So the internal and the external, each one of them is having its own pros and cons. We have also traditional recruitment. Candidate receives information only on the most positive organizational features, realistic job previews. Candidates receives all pertinent information. After the recruitment will come. Now you did the recruitment already, and you did it either internal or external. Then you will select the people. So the step of selection will come here now. What is the selection process? Choosing from a pool of applicants. Of course, you will recruit 100. You don't need all of them. You need only three engineers. Then you have to select in between this 100 and take only three out of them to work for you, to hire three for you. So you are doing the selection process now. choosing from a pool of applicants the person or persons who offer the greatest performance potentials. Okay. How about the selection process? Completion of a formal application form, interviewing. Then the selection step. Completion of a form application form. You will do the application form. Then they will interview you. Then you will do the tests. Then there are reference checks. People whom you previously worked with, they will ask you in the company, or the company will ask you to bring me reference letters. Or they might ask you, shall we contact them by phone while you are in the interview process? Uh, Physical examination in some interviews, some of the steps of the selection, you might be like in the army colleges, in the police colleges, they ask for the physical examination. Yeah. Final analysis and decision to hire or reject. It comes after this. So here as example, steps in the selection process. And he show you reasons for rejection, reason why I didn't select this person. The formal application, deficient qualification, that his qualification is not proper, is not matching what I need in the job itself, or not as what is in the job description. Interview or site visit, insufficient ability or ambition, or poor interpersonal skills. So the person here does not have enough skills. We didn't show enough while he's sitting in the interview. Testing, he got a poor test score. Reference checks, his reference are very poor, or either uh, we cannot contact them to check out about this person who's coming to work for us, or whatever. Physical exam, unfit. If he's unfit, then this is a reason for rejection. If he's unfit, then this is a reason. We are talking about the reasons of rejection. Then analysis and decision, overall potential is low. As example, if all these points he's low in, then I would refuse him as well. This green area is reasons for rejection, means refusing to hire this person. Why? Okay. Steps in the selection process. The application form, we talked about it before, declares individuals to be a job candidate, document applicants, and personal resume may be included. So with the application, you will send your personal resume. Applicants lacking appropriate credentials are rejected in this step. So if you don't have enough credentials, you won't be able to complete, and they will tell you, sorry, we cannot do process in the interview. The interview is kind of exchange of information between the candidate means the one who's applying for the job, and key members of the organization, the people who are interviewing him. By the way, the one who ask, the one who do the interview on behalf of the company from the HR is called interviewer, and the person and the candidate is called interviewee. Okay. Opportunity for the job candidates and organizational members to learn more about each other. So those are the reasons why you are making the interview. What are the reasons for the interview? Uh, Sometimes you do a telephone interview, especially nowadays in the COVID-19. It became a very familiar that when you do an interview, you do it by the phone. Or at least sometimes the phone itself is just for screening the people. So, as example, if he wants to check out some points about you, so instead of so he do it by the phone. So instead of the T interview like around 100, he will interview only 10 or 15 persons to get three or four out of them. Anyhow, those are points that will help you to succeed in the telephone interview. Be prepared ahead of time. Take the call in private. Don't sit like in between a family or whatever. No, take the phone in isolation, alone, like in a room, isolated room or whatever, and close the door. And you, no noise, nothing. Dress professionally. Okay. Practice your interview voice. Yeah. Have reference materials handy. Have a list of questions ready. Ask what happens next. There are always, as long as I'm now selecting you and I will interview you to select you, then there will be questions. Those questions regarding the intelligence, the attitudes, the personality, your interests. I will ask you questions regarding these points. Those are very common types of questions. So there must be criteria for selection devices. Why do we select this person to work for us and this person no? What are the reasons? First of all, is this guy reliable? Is he valid? I mean, like demonstrate a good relationship between the person's score or rating on a selection device and his eventual job performance. Uh, Assessment centers will give me like exactly like he's doing really the work in his place. So it is like evaluates person's performance in simulated work situation. Work sampling evaluators evaluates a person's performance on actual job tasks. So I will tell him, do this. As example, if I'm choosing a cooker, a guy who will cook, then I will tell him, here you have the stuff, go and work for it and show me I want to eat this, I want to eat that. Steps we still references and background checks. Are they these people say you have experience, you are relied, you are very good, you worked with them before, all this point together. Did you pass the physical examinations? Ensure applicants physically capable to fulfill job requirements. Basis of enrolling applicants in life for health and disabilities, or the type of it. Drug testing is done at this step. Also, we do drug testing in this step to make sure that he's okay and he's like away of viruses. Some jobs needs to make medical tests, blood taken, etc., like to make sure that everything is fine. Steps in the selection process, final decision or hire to hire or reject. So here is the final step. Based on it, I will take this employee to work with me or no. After hiring, there must be orientation. The orientation means what? Set of activities designed to familiarize new employee with their job, coworkers, and key aspects. It's like to know everything regarding this organization which I will work in. I want to know everything about it now. I will become one of the members here. So I want to know what's all around me. It's a process of influencing the expectation, behaviors, and attitudes of new employees in a way considered desirable by the organization. That's fine. Then, then comes the training. How about the training? What is the useful of the training here? Why the training is important for new employees who are hired by the company? Why? Training is a set of activities that provides to the opportunity to acquire and improve job related skills. So this is the reason why we do the training, to acquire skills. And this is the very important point. Training is done for acquiring skills. Okay, let's go now for the second thing. What are the types of training? Of course, there are a lot of ways of training, like on the job training, exactly what's happening on the job. I train him, like I take him now to work on the machine and show him how to do this, how to do that, and he do it in front of me once or twice. Job rotation means I take the job of other colleague and he takes my job. So in case that he missed or he was absent, I will relieve him. I will work his job. I will do his job. Coaching, mentoring, and modeling. Those are the kinds of training, types of training. And there is also off the job training, and there is management development. This part, so now we will move into the performance management and the performance appraisal. Performance appraisal means that you try to see, evaluate the work of other person, to evaluate his work, how far he's working good. Okay. Formally assessing someone's work, accomplishments, and providing feedback. Then we'll say his weak points, his drawbacks, is this and that. He is good in this points, he is bad in this points. This is the meaning of the feedback. Evaluation. By other meaning, it's evaluation. Purposes of performance appraisal. Why do we do the performance appraisal? Why? For the reason of the evaluation and for the reason of development. I evaluate the guy to check out how he works like. Does he meet the standards of the work or no? And the development. So if he needs something, need to be more skillful, then we can give him a program for training. We can send him for training. Okay. We can use the graphic rating scales for the appraisal. Okay. And also, we can use what's called behaviorally rating scales, which describes the actual behavior that exemplify various levels of performance achievements in a job. It's a reliable way as well. We can use also for the appraisal the critical incidence techniques. It's like a running log of inventory of effective and ineffective behaviors. We know the good things and the bad things about the behavior of our employee. Document success or failure patterns. Other way of performance appraisal, and this is very common, is the multi-person comparison. So here we will compare the performance of a person with another person. It has more than one type. Rank ordering, we order them, then as example, this guy 90%, this guy 80%, this guy 60%. Or paired comparison, we will take George and Michael. We will take Jane and Smith. So both pair comparison between two persons. Those are the figures. And forced distribution, third one. There are also some alternatives for appraising one's job, employees news, employee job. It's called peer appraisal. Occurs when people who work regularly and directly with a job holder are involved in the appraisal. We have upward appraisal, occurs when subordinates reporting to the job holder are involved in the appraisal. We have also 360 degrees feedback. It occurs when our superiors, subordinates, peers, and even internal and external customers are involved in the appraisal of the job holder's performance. Everyone, we are taking the ideas of everyone about the job holder performance. How is he performing at work? Uh, to have a well-being workforce, we have to take care about some points. First of them is called work-life balance, and this is a new stream to balance between the work and the life, to balance between the serious and the joy. So, how people balance career demands with personal and family needs. Progressive employees support a healthy work life balance. So, we want them to have a balance between the life and between life and the concern, the family, and the work from other hand. Contemporary work life balance issues like single parents concern, dual career couples concerns, family and friendless as screening criterion used by candidates. Okay, we evaluated and appraised the work of this person. Now we will come to compensation. Means giving him his pays, his bonuses, all this. So there are compensation and benefits like salary and hourly wages, pay for the performance, which means that we pay the people for the performance inconsistent with equity theory, means taking the same money for the same effort or the same job. Otherwise, if you didn't do like this will be a discrimination. Expectancy theory. Any person come to work is expecting to take his reward or the money which he will take will be based on the effort which he did. Okay. Merit pay. What about the merit pay? Awards a pay increase in proportion to individuals' performance contribution. So people who are hyperactive and they can work more, then we can pay them more. And this is called the merit pay. Merit pay. How about the incentives? compensation system, incentives. Let's go for this. So it is a skill-based pay. It depends on the skill of everyone, which differ because skills different from a person to another person. Links pays to number of job relevant skills and employee masters. How about the bonus pay? We talk about the skill based pay. The bonus pay, one time or lump, some payment based on the accomplishments of a specific performance targets or some extraordinary contribution. So this is regarding the one time or the lump pay, lump sum pay. We still in the incentive compensation system. We have also something is called profit sharing plan. Those are all types of paying. What is it? Some or all employees receives a proportion of a net profit earned by the organization. So, like we say, we had profit like this year. We made profit of $100,000. 5% will go to the workers of this $100,000. Okay, this is called profit share. Gain sharing plan. Group of employees share in any saving realized through their effort to reduce costs and increase productivity. Employees ownership, stock ownership plans. Employees own stocks in the company. They have their own stocks, like the shareholders. Employees also are having their stocks. So this is what's called employee stock ownership plan. We have also the fringe benefits include non-monetary forms of compensation. None is not in the figure of money. Rewards and this and that, certificates. Okay. Flexible benefits help in choosing a set of benefits within a dollar amount. Family friendly benefits help in balancing work and non work responsibilities. Employees assistance program help employees deal with troublesome personal problems. So, what is the retention and what is the turnover? The retention and turnover is a replacement in the management of promotion, transfer, terminations, layoff, and the retirement plans. Replacement decisions relate to shifting people between positions within the organization and about retirement as well. Even the retirement is including early retirement and it's also including the termination and the wrongful dismissal. Wrongful dismissal means I dismissed the person who's working. I kicked him out without fair reasons or because of a mistake. Wrongful dismissal. How about the labor unions and what is the role of the labor unions? The labor unions deal with employees on the workers' behalf and specify the rights and obligations of employees and managements regarding what? Regarding wages, work hours, work rules, seniority, and hiring. Those are the most things which the union is dealing with. Also, grievances. Okay, labor relation stands for Collective bargaining is one of the main things about the unions, known about the unions. It's regarding process of negotiating, administering, and interpreting a labor contract. What about the two-tier wage system? Pays new hires less, pays new hires less than workers already doing the same work. So the new people who are hired in the two-tier wage system, the new people who are hired, they will take less than the same people who were hired before. But we will pay them less. In this figure, it shows you the traditional labor management relations in between what unions can do and what managers can do to make things difficult for union. So what unions can do to make things difficult for manager or management, and here's what the manager can do to make difficult for the union. It's VS, they are VS. As example, if the union asked for doing a strike, by other meaning refused to come to work, then the manager will make lockout, refuse to let employees come to work. If the union asks for a boycott or refuse to buy employers' products or services and ask others to do the same, then the manager will do what? Strike breaks, hire non-union workers called scrap, okay, to do strike job. So if they do strike here, the union ask for a strike, the manager will say, no, no problem, I will bring another people to work, non-unionized people. Picket, post and carry signs complaining about the employer's treatment. So when they carry the signs saying that the employer is treating them bad, in turn, what the managers will do, get a court order requiring that strikes come back to work. He will get a work order or a court from the order from the court that he wants the workers to come back to work. Thank you for listening to me today and have a good night. Thank you. Bye bye.